Republicans for years have thought that Taylor Swift was a crypto conservative.
Run, break away from this, and run from fascism.
All right, for many, the world right now might seem pretty confusing. It always seems confusing. Luckily, we don't live in a world of accidents. We live in a world where the future has already happened. And although not everyone can see it, there are a few who can. One was a 16th century mystic named Nostradamus, and we are currently living right in the middle of one of his prophecies, a prophecy that predicts the ascendance of a great queen. Now, I can't know for sure, but all the evidence points to Taylor Swift. So if you don't know who that is, you are lying. But what you may not know is that T Swift is also an adept with magic, and her powers are pretty well documented and feared.
Did Taylor Swift actually sell her soul to the devil?
Fans at her shows are reporting that they're like blacking out and not remembering what's actually happening once they leave the concert.
Your girl Taylor Swift is a witch.
Now, magic is not usually what people think it is, but in any case, T Swift holds sway over legions of followers, millions. So Nostradamus predicts a war in a great empire, and a lot of other people are predicting the same thing right now, a clash of cultures. Nostradamus provides the code for what's involved here and how this will play out. And it plays out first in the spiritual realm, the symbolic realm, affected by ritual magic. And the only comparable living magician with the gift of mass seduction is Donald Trump, who leads his own cult army armed with their own symbols. You who have eyes to see know that an apocalyptic event is approaching.
Taylor Swift comes out against Trump.
I don't care if they write that. I'm sad that I didn't 2 years ago.
These two ascendants and their legions are currently on an inevitable collision course. The kindling has been laid.
It's not that I want to step into this, I can't not at this point.
Most everyone agrees that a spiritual conflict looms over this empire, which must choose its path. And all this was spoken to 5 centuries ago. Taylor Swift is the avatar of an ancient naiad, a Greek nymph, Arethusa. Now, what distinguished Arethusa was her gift at writing sad songs about troubled love. Her skill was such that Virgil, the Roman poet, seeks her out when he needs to write a poem for his friend whose girlfriend just cheated on him. It should be immediately obvious that this is one of the deities Taylor Swift has channeled to great effect. She's inarguably the most recognized jilted love songwriter alive, as was Arethusa in Virgil's time. Nostradamus, a 16th century mystic, identifies Arethusa's ascendance to power as she who turns a river red in the new city. The new city in Nostradamus's prophecies refers to America, with good reason. Imagine you can see through time. This is bound to be confusing because you see some place where you don't recognize any of the geography, any local landmarks, nothing. And thus he names it the new city. Here's the telling prophecy that we are now witness to. Enosigi, fire at the center of the earth, shall make quake about the new city. 2 great rocks shall a great while war one against the other. After that, Arethusa shall color red a new river. Now this thing sounds a little better in French because it rhymes, so I'll give it a shot. Enosigi feu du centre de terre, fera trembler autour de cette éneuve. De grands rochers longtemps feront la guerre. Puis Arethusa rogira nouveau fleuve. So, Arethusa, or Arethusa in French. For this, we need to get our gematria out. Gematria is a practice for encoding hidden meanings. And if we decode this cipher, then we find out that Arethusa is equivalent to none other than T Swift. Then we take the other Greek name in the prophecy, Enosaji. Enosaji means the earth-shaking fire. Damn, look at that. The earth-shaking fire is D. Trump. Oh, and remind me, what's his signature catchphrase?
You're fired. Get out of here.
So the two rocks will go to war. Arethusa, it seems, will win this war, turning the river red. And it does not end there. Enosaji is a transliteration of the Greek term for earthshaker, which is an epithet of the god Poseidon. Poseidon's defining traits are that he rules the sea and also that he's kind of a dickhead. Petulant, greedy. He's also known for building walls, like the walls of Troy. And he's a very sore loser. For example, the city of Athens, it's named for Athena, but it wasn't always named as such. Poseidon wanted to name the city after himself. So the two had a competition for the city, who could give the best gifts. The gods decided with a vote that Athena's gift, the first olive tree, was more beneficial, and so the city was named after her. Poseidon was so pissed that he lost the vote, and petty bitch that he flooded the plain in an attempt to destroy the city because he lost. So a couple inferences there. Now we can't know, but we can try to figure out where we are in this order of events. Enosaji will make the new city shake and burn. This has already happened once. So is it over, or is the worst yet to come? We are somewhere on this collision course, and while we know the ending, we can't be so sure what's happened so far. There is more evidence, and I think this proves that lines 1 and 2 are already past. Nostradamus gives another prophecy about the new city, America, writing that the heaven shall burn at 45 degrees, the fire shall come near the great new city, in an instant a great flame dispersed shall burst out, when they shall make a trial of the Normans. So 45 degrees, at this point, there's no doubt as to the meaning here. Not only has Trump already been associated with fire in the new city, but he was also the 45th president of the United States, 5 and 40. And that's when the fire did come near the new city, with trials following. And the Normans, this is indicative. For Nostradamus, the Normans would have signified the warlike Viking settlers of northern France. And this is probably what he saw, as we all saw, with the trials following. Now we do have one final character arriving, and it's unclear who she is. Maybe one of you can figure it out, but I can give you the clues. She is named the Great Queen. Now this could be T-Swift, some evidence points there, but it could also be someone else who arrives during or after Arethusa's war. Few things we know about the Queen, real quick. She has secret messages concealing her lovers. Letters found in the Queen's coffers. No superscription, no name of the author. By policy shall be concealed the offers, so that nobody shall know who shall be the lover. Okay, so secret letters and concealed names. Now, if you don't know anything about Taylor Swift, then you also don't know that she ciphers, or used to, I don't know if she does this still, but puts in code the names of the people who her songs are about. Those ciphers may be the concealed lovers here, they may not be. It may be just as simple as a leak, but this remains to be revealed. More importantly, we have confirmation that the Queen, whoever she is, defeats Trump's army specifically. The deep entry made by the Queen shall make the place powerful and inaccessible. The army of the 3 lions shall be routed, doing within a hideous and terrible thing. So Trump's house is that of the 3 lions because he lives at Mar-a-Lago, and the logo of Mar-a-Lago is 3 lions. So we know that the Queen penetrates the defenses there and defeats the army specifically. The army doing something terrible and hideous. Now, is Taylor Swift also the Queen who defeats Trump? We can't be sure of that. But here's the big one. The big prophecy. This contains the most specific information about what we are to be looking for. When the great queen shall see herself vanquished, she shall do a deed of masculine courage. Upon a horse she shall pass over the river naked. Followed by iron, she shall do wrong to her faith. So a way to identify the queen is that she has been vanquished, chased down, at least temporarily. T-Swift was temporarily vanquished a few years back. The all-powerful Twitter declared her finished because of some Kimye thing, and she took this pretty personal and fled from the public eye for a year. Then returned as the Queen of Serpents. Next, she's got to do a masculine deed. Well, how about this? Upon a horse, okay? So far, so good. Upon a horse over the river naked. Damn it. Here's where my rigorous science starts to break down. Is this a literal horse? Is it a metaphor? Is being naked a metaphor for stripping something off? You'd be surprised at how many celebrities have actually literally gotten naked on a horse, okay? Maybe Kendall Jenner is the queen. Britney Spears been naked on a horse. Halsey been naked on a horse. Look, even Putin has been naked on a horse. Have. Wait, breaking news to me. Beyonce has been naked on a horse? Well, I mean, that's gotta be it, right? She's already known as the queen. Last thing, she's chased down and then does wrong to her faith. This is ambiguous too. The queen has to 180 on something she used to believe. A past commitment, past love, past belief. Maybe she becomes an evil witch suddenly in the final season inexplicably. On the queen's identity, I'm stumped here unless Taylor Swift goes birthday suit equestrian at some point. Seems a little out of character. But about the future, we can only speculate. You can help me out if you can. Let me know if I missed something. This is not a world I follow closely. Or maybe you're watching this video after the queen has already been revealed, which would be great. You can be sure though, whoever she is, eventually she ascends, having started from the bottom. The day that she shall be saluted queen, the next day after the evening prayer, all accounts being summoned and cast up, she that was humble before never was one so proud. Le conflit raison et valbué. Now this to me sounds like counting votes, so this might be an electoral victory, which would be a really happy day for you liberals out there.
Every single award given out tonight were voted on by the people, and you know what else is voted on by the people?
Big day. I've got a whole new brand of political ideology dropping here. Swift fatalism, which is to say that this whole complicated, messy world is just gonna get itself sorted out by putting our faith in a mythical individual. And best of all, there's no further political work required. Nice. Now, reading this back, this is pretty much our existing definition of democracy in most people's minds, so keep it up. In sum, we have a final showdown between two opposed elements, and we just have to do whatever T-Swift tells us because she will pave the way for the queen. Even if you don't love Taylor Swift or her music or know all the lyrics, that's got nothing to do with it, because even if you don't believe in her, she believes in you. And she is the divine channel in possession of the most cult energy of anyone alive right now, and only she can douse the fire, trying to burn it all down. And there it is. You getting me? All right, find more of my pataphysics where I post content if you have eyes to see, but especially Patreon, and thanks to all you guys. Many thanks for enduring my little games. Much love. Back soon.
Let's say that I like Taylor's music about 25% less now.
Donald Trump likes my music 25% less.
Here's where other